What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 Disappearing Civs AI only game. Next episode we'll be removing some more civs, but there's plenty going on right now anyway to keep us entertained, and that's just the little twist on top. There's all the usual battle stuff going on as normal until then, as we see America's recaptured Washington, maybe only temporarily, but we'll see. But yeah, there's plenty of wars going on around, particularly the Middle East and Eastern Europe, and I mean just quite around the board, to be honest. But yeah, that is the main region at the moment. Is Europe. It's obviously the most crowded region anyway. We've already seen, Germany got deleted, which was good for Europe in terms of all the other civs will get a bit more space, but obviously at that point they just weren't as strong. It wasn't like Berlin and Hamburg as cities got removed either. They're parts of other civs, so it's not particularly cleared up too much. This space is free, but Russia and Sweden have not done anything with it. It was not the most valuable land. Certainly not the big civ, as big as, say, a France being removed, or if Rome just disappeared, or Greece. Something like that would have a much bigger effect. Spain as well. Canada retakes the city of Washington. Texas is so close. I don't know how they've managed to get this city lower than the other one, but they have, so they will most likely maybe even eliminate the Aztecs this episode, but certainly get one city, I would imagine, at some point. Surely they're going to get at least one, I would hope. Indonesia, no, the poor settlers still not doing anything, but they are making some moves. They're working their tiles. Got to appreciate it. Their population's pretty good too. Canada pieces out with the Aztecs, and Reformation belief added by Persia to Zoroastrianism. We'll have a look at the religions and stuff as well when we get to turn 100. Harappa, how are you doing? I want to see Harappa and Siam. They are the two they've not done too much, but they look strong. I feel like there's going to be, if one of those was to get deleted, the other one would be in a great spot, and obviously I think they could fight each other as well. Rome pieces out with the Garamantes, and they will keep hold of Ravenna here in northern Africa. Rome probably going to stay as they are for now, I would imagine. We'll see. Is Russia safe? I think Russia's safe from losing anything else to the Huns. They did lose the city of Rostov, but I think they'll be safe for now on. They also settled, I think it's been here for a bit, maybe a bit longer, but Yaroslavia up here also allows them to build boats in the top ocean. I learned what this was from EU4 the other day, but I've completely forgot already, so never mind. And they have another settler that may give them another sort of coastal port, although if they settle it here, it will actually be trapped by the ice. So hopefully they're not interested in having boats come out of this city, wherever they put it. Space is starting to fill. There's only a few more, you probably see one or two or three. Obviously, it's not the most valuable land either, so maybe 3 cities in here, maybe. Quite a few more potentially up this region still. That's open for somebody. Japan, probably the favourite to get some of that, but we'll see what happens. It looks like China might be about to attack Mongolia, and I don't know if that had already come up and I'd missed it, or I am just a genius. I think it might have already been there, but there you go. China just did attack Mongolia. Good timing, I guess. Great timing. We'll see how this goes for them, but it should be an interesting one. The mountains will make it difficult, but China certainly, funneling in through one direction. Japan is still helping them, essentially, as well, so bear that in mind. And Canada retakes Washington again for the 3rd time. We'll see if they can hold on to it again. England or Britain piecing out with Spain. Nothing changing hands in that one. Britain's population is looking good, considering they've only got these 4. And this scout can't quite figure out how to get into the New World. It's quite sad. He's so close, yet so far. Okay, Texas is surely just a turn. This long swordsman must be able to do it. Although the Aztecs, okay, they just had their turn, but they should grab this one probably this turn, and then next turn, Tenochtitlan is theirs. See no walls for the Aztecs, maybe haunting them. They have squeezed a settler out. I don't know where it can end up. It can go anywhere, as far as I'm aware. Oh no, if they lose all their cities, they're dead. Don't worry, no, that is it. But if they could settle Hawaii before they're eliminated or something, then maybe that's a chance, although that said, no one can go in the deep ocean. So that is actually very unlikely, or I think no one can go in the deep sea just yet. Doesn't look like it, because even the civs with tech boosts don't appear to be out here. They all seem to be, obviously this map's, okay, Japan has 1 caravel, but that does look about it. There's a big New Zealand on this map. It doesn't really show up on the mini-map. Bear in mind, I've got the recording sign in front of it, so I definitely can't see that bottom right corner. But yeah, New Zealand's pretty big on this map, so that's available to somebody. And the Kulin, now going to give Indonesia a bit of a threat with 3 settlers in quick succession towards the Indonesian islands. They're sort of ignoring Western Australia for now. Uluru is here. They don't have a religion though, so not the most useful. Although 2 food is nice. That's in the desert, I guess that's pretty good. But, you know, 2 foods, nothing special anywhere else in the map. But yeah, it does look like it is just Japan out in the deep ocean. No one's in the Atlantic, the deep depths. So Japan have got 1 caravel, and that is it for now. In terms of deep sea exploration, China, slow progress. They've got some Chocanoe units. They've also got composite bowmen. I think the Chocanoes, are they crossbowmen replacements or archers? I can't remember exactly. Yeah, I don't know if they're after composite bowmen or before, but they do get to attack twice, which is pretty cool either way. But yeah, if they're crossbowmen replacements, that would obviously suit China better, considering the tech levels, than archer replacements. Russia completes Himeji Castle. Another wonder. Good job. Parthia not really growing. I do feel bad for them. I've put them in a terrible spot, but it stops anyone else coming into this spot and just milking its resources, I guess, like it normally happens. Yeah, we just needed a sieve in there. I threw them in there. I apologise. I expected more from the Khazar. They were in a good spot. I gave them a river. I gave them everything they needed, and they just were rubbish. That's on them. Parthia, that's my fault, but Khazar, that is totally their fault. If you wonder, the Khazar spawn, literally, their units were intermixed with the Tillers. That was like their original spawn point, and I think Parthia was somewhere around this oasis, or these mountains, when I moved them. So yeah, not like I moved them a million miles away. Right, China, how are you doing? This is pretty big. It looks like they're not going to get anything here. I think they're trying to force it a bit too much. But you never know. I'll look back and it'll have fallen. That's the norm. Who's attacking this? That must be Egypt over the sea. Don't know how they're achieving that, or how. Well, obviously do know how they're achieving that, but yeah, that's pretty ingenious. Just shooting over the sea. Good job. Zulu versus this Arabian city might get a bit spicy now. I'm not sure if it's going to fall, but I would guess so. There's not really anyone defending it. Arabia does have another settler coming over this way. Don't know if the Zulu have settled anything else in particular. Doesn't look like it at the moment. Is that a new Mongolian city? No, that was always there. It's just the other ones around it have added some new ones. How's Arabia doing against the Ottomans? It seems pretty equal, and the Ottomans are now losing units to the Goths as well. So that's spread out a bit more. And yeah, right, I was surprised. Didn't see Arabia winning that one, but they did. So that's good for them, I guess. But yeah, they're going to lose this. So I don't really know where they go from here. And there you go. Texas does capture the northern Aztec city, which now means it's just sort of a race to the capital. And this settler is not making enough progress to suggest that they will slap it down anywhere before they are eliminated in a few turns. But yeah, big win for Texas if they could get rid of the Aztecs. I'd love to see them go back and then go and play a role in the removal of going after America. That would be pretty big to get some land. I don't think they can really get to California properly at the moment anyway. And obviously the Shoshone are a little bit scary. So I try and make sure if you can get rid of America, grab 2-3 cities out of that. That'd be good. Obviously Atlanta here in Florida is pretty new. But there you go. America's still clinging on. Philadelphia, Boston. I have no idea where these cities are. Actually, Boston. Well, New York's a bit too far north, I think. But obviously, this map, you know, instead of like New York would be literally just next to Washington if you made it to like scale or whatever, so it's not ideal. Yeah, I feel like Boston is fairly close. Maybe, actually, no, is it more over this way? And then this is like Chicago, Detroit, something, I don't know. And then down here, I don't know where Philadelphia is, to be honest. That could be anywhere. I think the state's near New York, isn't it, as well? Is that up here as well? And then Atlanta, I think, is that somewhere around where Philadelphia is on this map? I'm just guessing. Atlanta is in Georgia, isn't it? Somewhere around here? I don't know. I'm just guessing. Spain v Rome has ended. Garamantes v Morocco, Mark III, within 100 turns. They've been really going at it this series. We'll see if there's anyone better off this time. Spain with another random pointless island, but fair enough. Khazar v Parthia, the battle of the moved civs begins. I don't really see this going well for the Khazar. And Japan completes Borobudur. Great, good job, Japan. Love that wonder. They're spreading Shinto as well, so they're doing a lot of things. And Tokyo is actually at 19, which I think puts it ahead of London. Note equal 19 each, the two biggest cities in the world, I would guess. We can now check through the spy menu. Oh no, there's 5 cities at 19 apparently. Onondaga is there as well from the Iroquois. Mohenjo-Daro from Harappa is there. And Thebes from Egypt is there. There's a few on 18 as well. Not as many on 18. There's a bit of a drop. But yeah, there's a few cities on 19 and a good spread. You know, one in North America, one in Africa, one in Europe, one in and then 2 in Asia, but still really far apart. India and sort of here where Delhi normally is if you play with India, and then obviously all the way off in Japan. It's cool that the island civs have got some good populations though. Britain and Japan getting good numbers in the capital. I mean, Beijing was one of those couple of cities at 18 as well, not too far behind for China. And I think these guys had a couple of close ones as well. 15s again, so they're doing pretty well. Siams are a bit lower. Egypt managed to squeeze a settler around here. Not sure the Zulu will be too keen on that. They also have another settler here themselves. See where that ends up. Britain versus France, interesting. I think triremes in one Galeas is still not enough, but France is definitely exposed to coastal attacks. Just looking at their borders, Orleans is on the Orleans. I think I'm not going to do the accents. I'll just say Orleans on the coast is one of those cities you could consider. Paris is only 1 tile away from the coast, and Lyon also on the coast, and Troyes for the sake of this, it will be Troy is also on the coast. Or it will just be this French city in Norway, more likely. Mongolia pieces out with China. Nothing went either way. Wait, what? No, wait. Mongolia took this off China really early. It's fine. Don't worry. I was a bit confused. I thought they'd given something away. No, it doesn't matter too much. China has plenty of land. If they could just work some of these tiles, that would be useful. Looks like Siam is up to something. I don't know what, but they have open borders with China, so it's not an invasion. China has a settler here. It could be going maybe towards the Philippines or somewhere. Taiwan. Space in here as well, I guess. But yeah, for China, I think they need to focus on units now. Probably can not worry about Japan. I mean, I feel like they need boats at some point, but I think Japan at the moment's a bit overstretched. Still fighting Mongolia. But yeah, this is going to be very interesting. I think I could see a world where all 3 of them are strong. Like, China could be just, they're big, they're huge already in terms of land, even if they don't have too many cities. Mongolia can be a big civ in the Siberian region, and I don't actually know if they will be, to be honest, but they can be. Russia will obviously be a threat to them. Okay, that's a big couple of wars on China. I think they're safe. Their border with Harappa is pretty small, and even then they've got to go through all the mountains, so it should be safe. And, the cities are so deep into China's border as well. And the Kulin, yeah, I don't see that being too much. The Kulin, we're going to look at the info addicts next time, right? So regardless, I know we're not quite at turn 100, but we'll have a look next time because it is a slower game than normal. I have a sneaky feeling, it's obviously hard to compare civs, the Shoshone are doing great, the Zulu are looking amazing as well, so it's hard to compare. I have a feeling the Kulin might be in first place. I don't know, that's just a guess, but and obviously there's not necessarily a strict first place. We can actually have a look at the score now, see who is in first by score, which is the only real aggregate measure. It's not great, but it's the only aggregate measure of everything, so it's probably the only one I could really realistically use. I can't sort by score, but as you can see, Persia 364. I assume that's not a lot compared to some of the big boys, although judging Persia, obviously religion helps as well. It's quite over. The Goths 436 points. Yeah, I mean it's not the most accurate. The Shoshone just ahead of the Goths apparently. The Zulu in first. The Kulin up there, Japan's up there as well. But yeah, there's not like a huge disparity here. There's a couple of civs doing terribly, but Khazar and Parthia noticeably in the below 200 club. But beyond that, everyone's kind of okay. Aztecs doing really bad, but they're not going to be around for much longer. America has a settler up, as does Canada. Not really sure where they are ending up. It'll be interesting to see. Probably somewhere in this much smaller Caribbean than we're used to. Obviously on the other map, Caribbean is quite a big region. Not so big in this one. And this will be the final turn for a bit early, but I'm just going to do it to keep everything in line with the info addicts and stuff. Next episode, we will be removing the second 2 civs. So that's pretty exciting. Who would it be? There's obviously some big ones that would really make a mess of everything. I mean, the Zulu going would be kind of bizarre. That sort of thing. Imagine if Japan went. We're seeing them have such a good game. China as well. This is just looking like a really cool region. I'm just going to have to make these civs disappear. I kind of just want to scrap the disappearing part, but obviously that would be against the point. But there we go. And there's also an alternate battle. I haven't set it up yet, but I'll have to get that done for next time as well. We'll be removing different civs in that one, so that will play out. That will definitely play out differently in a few ways. So that will be quite interesting too. In fact, I'm probably going to run that right after I've done this episode. Although that one I probably won't show you. I'll just try and remember who I've deleted. I won't be able to. I'm sure you'll have to trust me not to cheat. Not that there's any incentive for me to do so. There we go. Harappa's turn comes to an end, and they did actually just settle in Sri Lanka, which is pretty cool. And that'll be it. Oh, nice wonder there. 2 food, 4 faith, 2 happiness. Don't have a religion, but it is pretty helpful. So that'll be it for this episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.